Yo, 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 it's your boy Valmay. Welcome to today's segment. We're going to learn about Toprock Mastery, learning the basics of groove and flow. Musicality. What is musicality? When we talk about musicality, we're talking about dancing on beat. When we talk about a beat, it's usually 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's talk about some options or some ways we can express ourselves musically. Option number 1. Here's one way we could get better with our musicality. You can go the route or the school of thought where you find a song you like, you listen to that song over and over and over again. And as you listen to that song, you'll get better with certain markers, certain points in the music where there's some changes or some nuances. And then you can really take your moves and match those same sounds. So anytime that music comes on, you know it so well, you don't have to think about it anymore. It just becomes more of an in the moment type of spontaneous feeling. Option number 2, another way we can get better with being a bit more musical is really, honestly, take your moves and recognize where in the music you want to connect the dots. So for example, let's say if this is the rhythm. I know if I'm stepping, I want to catch the clap with my step, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, my job is to make sure I step on the 2 or the 4 because that's where the sound is a little bit highlighted. That's where the sound is the most important, or you would say the rhythm of the beat is there. So if I understand what move I have and I understand where in that move I want to catch the beat, then regardless of what song comes on, I can catch every beat anytime I want to, even if it's a song I'm hearing for the first time in the moment. So for those of you that haven't heard that, man, you mad off beat, it's okay. It's just go home, go back to the lab, and work what you need to work on in order for you to connect your moves to the music. Because again, as movers, our job is to make sure anybody that's watching us, they hear the music in a different way. Because we're moving, now the music comes to life physically, and we're that physical representation. So again, with these 2 options that I've laid out on the table, these aren't the end all be all. There's probably more options out there. I feel like if you're starting out and you're trying to develop your musical abilities, this is a really great place to start. All right, let's talk about the groove. What is the groove? Well, in simplest terms, it's just how we move and bounce to the music that we're listening to. I just want to give a big shout out to Jeffrey Hu. There was a video that he put up about how he practices, and it's something called the 4 foundations. And I think this was something, I know this was something that definitely elevated me as an instructor and as a coach. So I'm definitely not one to just hold information. I'm going to share it as much as I possibly can in order to make us better together. Now, the video is about 4 foundations. And I do think these 4 foundations, regardless of what style you do, if you understand these without knowing any moves whatsoever, it's a really great place to start, and it's a really great place to kind of like expand on. And then when you learn vocabulary, I think is that much easier for you to be able to take things to the next level. So number 1, we have the bounce. This is the number 1 thing that you will hear every single time in every single style that you do. What's your bounce, right? Think of it as your spirit. The music has a certain type of energy. That bounce usually matches that energy depending on how you're listening to it. Number 2, we have the rock. When we talk about rocking, think of it as the angles or these awkward positions you can put your body in, but it's not so awkward because you've been doing it long enough that it looks comfortable. Number 3, we have our wave. When we talk about a wave, think of it as a fluid ripple going through your body. There's a nice flow to it.
Never touch the big button to smile, that girl is. She's so.
And at number 4, we have our roll. And when we talk about a roll, think of it as the circles you're creating with your body. I think these 4 foundations are very key, and I wish I would have learned this when I first started out, which is why I'm sharing this information. It's something I put into practice to this day as a student of the dance and also as a coach of the dance. All right, y'all, we gotta talk about it. Flow. What is flow? Good question. Flow is pretty much being able to connect movement A and movement B without really stopping in between. Now, hold up. Before we have any issues about the stopping part, yes, you can add some pauses in between your transitions. That's A-okay. There's still a rhythm there. So again, when it comes to flow, it's understanding how you like to connect your movements with one another. So I want to take this moment to definitely show some support to one of the breakers out there that I know. His name is B-Boy Native with his Last Round Philly clothing brand. And then this is one of those from the Last Round Philly, which is called Battle Ready. Get yourself that attire. We only get further if we support each other. And one of the best ways we can support each other is by shouting out one another, by, supporting by buying the gear, repping the gear. Just throwing that out there. But Native, keep doing your thing. Alright, so I gave you a couple of demonstrations. Between the demonstrations you saw, which one had more flow? You tell me. You're the one that's judging it right now. So take a look at if you need to, go rewind, look at the footage, and then in the comments, let me know which one had a little bit more flow to it. Alright, so now that we get into the conclusion of things, if this has helped you any way, shape, or form, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. And just saying, if you're thinking to yourself, I'd like to know when more videos drop, that bell is there for a reason. Click on it, and then the next video that drops, you'll be able to be up to date. And one more little thing. If you know anybody that this video can help, share it to them. They can share it on to the next person. That person can share it on to the next person. And then, again, it's just, living what hip-hop is about. Each one teach one. So hopefully I helped you just as much as you're able to help me. And you're helping me just by, gluing your eyes and taking the information, passing it along. So again, everybody, I appreciate y'all. Peace. I'll holler at y'all for $1.